I had gotten a phone call in 1979 from Sister Angelo Lobato. Turns out that someone had passed away, two people, trying to spend a winter's night staying under the bridge. So she wanted to try to put something together, something along the lines of a homeless project. It took $25 to start a checking account, so each of us kicked in $5, and all of a sudden we owned a corporation, and we owned a building.
It actually began in '82, but I joined the organization in 1983. Basically, I started working in case management directly with clients, and I did some accounting and work with the books, and it was just trying to get the program up and running.
My wife and I moved to the Valley in 1993, and I was part of a construction crew that did the remodel on the shelter, and it really expanded and made it a much nicer place to work with people.
A lot of times people can maybe guess or decide for themselves what they think that people need. And, people will say, oh, the homeless, they just need a job or they just need a house. But it really is more than that. And so we, as an organization and at the shelter as well, we really tried to meet people where they were in the moment and then find out from them what were their immediate needs, and then we try to address those needs. And that is something that happens in all the programs. It's not just, this is what you need and we're going to give it to you. We asked them what they needed and they told us, and then we helped them to acquire those needs or meet those needs.
In my mind, Puente in 2022 is an organization based around community values. I think that Puente does a really good job of kind of changing for the times and for what the community actually needs in that moment. We have a lot of different resources that really help a lot of different families and groups of people and all kinds of needs and whatnot. So Puente is something that this community definitely values, and I've heard that from a lot of people who have come into the food bank.
Puente has been a vital thing in this town for a long time. It's managed to help a lot of people. A lot of dedicated individuals were involved in that, and the need exists, and the people and the resources are there to try to meet the need.
Being someone who has had a disability that I've had to work with all my life, I have a greater appreciation of working with people to help them, because I've had people help me in various times during my life, and helping people has been my way of giving back, and to see Puente grow and to be the organization in the program it's become has just been incredibly gratifying.
One thing I always thought of or said to people is, I can wake up and I've got a backache and I've got a broken toe and this and that and other issues, and you'd go in and you'd do your shift at Puente, and never once did you have to think about yourself. And one old adage is, don't spend a lot of time thinking about yourself, think of other people and what you can do to help them out.
I think that Puente is an amazing organization that I hope continues so that we can, keep this community strong and, going forward.
When I interviewed my prospective AmeriCorps members, I always asked them about if they knew the starfish story. And the starfish story is the story of a gentleman walking along the beach, and all these starfish have been washed up on the beach, and there's a gentleman and he's just throwing the starfish back one at a time. he approaches him, he says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, all these starfishes, they're on the beach and I'm putting them back." And he said, "Well, how could you possibly make a difference because there are so many of them?" And so the gentleman picks up a starfish and he throws it back in the ocean. He says, "Well, I made a difference to that one." And so that's what kept us going, is that we made a difference to one person or 20 people. It was that we were making a difference.